Good Saturday morning, everybody. I hope they're doing well this morning. It's time for another Art with a Professor, and I feel like this one is long overdue. I haven't been on doing this for a while, so we'll see how this goes. Before we get into this, though, I want to play my new intro. Hope you all are enjoying this intro. Thank you to C-List E-Man from C-List Villains for putting this together for me. So we're going to roll the credit and get into this day. So, Saturday morning, Art with the Professor. I haven't done this in a while, and I'm excited to be doing this for you today. So far, we've got Danny and Gray Sports Cards in the chat with us. Good morning, Danny. I hope that you and your family are doing well on this beautiful Saturday morning. So, truth be told, I'm not going to use the top-down camera today. I apologize for that, guys, but I'm still working out how to figure out all these bells and whistles with OBS Studio. So, yeah, I hope that you guys can forgive me for that. If you'll give me 1 second, I'm going to go over here, paste that. I'm going to go ahead and stick the live link in the chat. So if anybody that's watching wants to join, I know that we usually have some people join us when we're doing our Art with the Professor. But to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing this morning, I'm actually working on a drawing from one of the new hits shows on Netflix. I say new, but it's actually been out for a while now. Sweet Tooth. So we're going to be doing a Sweet Tooth drawing this morning. Working on it. If I can get my markers out, that would be great. And I'm on a short leash this morning. There we go. They're coming. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to try to sit this over here. Let's see here. Good morning, Chip. How's it going, my friend? Just trying to get situated. Should have had this done before I started the stream, but you know how that is. I don't like to follow rules. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Chip, that would be awesome. And maybe we can get that worked out. So here in the future, I'll be able to throw an overhead up. Good morning, honey. My wife is in the chat, so go ahead and highlight. Chip said he wanted to say he couldn't hear me, but he can. Let's see. Also, May. Good morning, sir. The link is in the chat. If you'd like to join, you are more than welcome. Again, I'm going to be working on this morning this is a drawing from the new-ish Netflix show, Sweet Tooth. I've had this idea for a little bit, and I figured this would be a great time to get that started. So I guess this is going to be one of those episodes where I have to show you guys kind of the process. Now, I don't plan on being on a super, super long time this morning. I went ahead last night and I started my drawing before I went to bed in preparation for today. Um, so I will show this to you momentarily so you guys kind of know what I have and where I'm going with this. I'm working this morning on Bristol paper um, because I've started trying to do more of my comic style drawing on Bristol board or Bristol paper. It holds it holds marker a lot better than regular paper does. So um, yeah, and my idea for this is I wanted to kind of in my drawing pay attention and kind of show a lot of the dark and brightness or lightness of uh, the show. There are some parts of the show on Sweet Tooth that are very dark, and then there are some that are kind of light and vibrant. And I wanted to pay tribute to that with my drawing. So you're going to see some very bright colors, and at the same time, you're going to see some very light colors, light tones, or bright, vibrant tones, I guess you could say. So again, the chat is open this morning if you want to just jump on and hang out. If you want to jump on and draw something. Um, I know a lot of people, when you say jump on and draw, it turns them off. They're like, "Ooh, I can't draw." But yeah, this is going to be if you want to just kind of get on and hang out. It's always fun to have somebody live to talk to. But it's also fun to have you guys in the chat talking to you, kind of explaining. It's like a chess game, kind of explaining every move that I make and why I do it. I love to explain my art and give people kind of a better understanding of what I'm doing as I do it. And I'm not wearing my glasses, so you may see me moving closer to the screen to see what people are saying. So please forgive me if I mess something up or miss something. I'm going to get a couple of these little things done real quick, and then I will show you what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah. No, we'll go a little wider. So I hope everybody had a good week this week. It's been I don't know, this week has seemed like it drug on forever. And my summers usually aren't like that. They're usually jam-packed full of stuff, and they move fairly quickly. And I've been getting a lot of practice in um, drawing live on YouTube. Um, for those of you that don't know, myself and Roscoe and myself have a weekly show that we do called Between the Lines, where we get on and we have a guest, and all three of us draw during the show. Um, and that's been going very strong, and it's actually been very good so far. We've had some great guests. So that's one area that I'm getting to do a lot of drawing in. And then this, of course, this I have Art with the Professor. I've kind of neglected over the past few weeks, whether I was just busy with something else to do, or whether I was, just indisposed of at the time. And let's see. Miss Crazy says I can give you more stuff to make your days go by fast. Yeah, let me get out the honeydew list. So I'm going to show you guys what I've got kind of so far. This is what I'm working with. I've got a song stuck in my head. I had another song in my head, and recently, as of starting this, now I have the Halo theme song stuck in my head. I'm a fan of the squeaking marker sound, by the way. I don't know if the microphone is picking that up, but if it is, I apologize. I know how annoying that is to hear. I've got headphones on, so I know how annoying it is to hear it, without headphones on, but coming through a microphone, I'm sure it's even worse. All right. So let's go with this real quick. Okay. Just making sure I'm not missing anything from anybody. So in this, this will be available. Um, it will be available on the 24-hour live stream coming up on July 30th and 31st. This particular drawing for the Comets Curing Cancer fundraiser. This, along with many other pieces of art, custom art, books, you name it, it will probably be available on those streams, or on that stream. Let's see. I need to figure out which one of these is lighter. What's up, Ruben? How's it going, man? Hey, that's okay. I'm sleepy myself, but that happens when you don't go to sleep until 4 o'clock in the morning. And that was my own fault, but what's up, Remy? How's it going? So, if you are just getting into the chat, the link for the live, if you want to come on, is towards the top of the chat. You're more than welcome. And if you didn't hear, I am this morning working on a Sweet Tooth drawing for you guys. He's been lurking. Ooh, we've got a lurker. Okay. I need to find a darker brown, an even darker brown. Oh, there it is. Problem solved. I will show you what I'm doing as soon as I finish these two little parts. Now, normally I work with marker and marker alone. This week I am actually working on working with marker, and I'm working with gel pen. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I've noticed that the gel pen gives such a more saturated and vibrant color in the end, and it's something that I'm beginning to love. I love the effect that you can get with it after the fact. If you've been keeping up with my Instagram page, which is Cardboard Crazies Comics, then you probably have seen some of my pictures or a couple of my pictures at least, that I've done with the gel pen. that have almost a blacklight effect or feel to them when they're finished, and I love that effect on pictures, especially when you can do like leave the lights on, and it has this like really really rich color saturation to it, and then you cut the light off and you almost have this glowing effect. So I'm really getting into that a lot. I'm trying some new things out with it. Um, I've had some really, really neat ideas to kind of go along with that. And it's just something I've been wanting to experiment with. So um, just playing around with that and trying to figure stuff out. It's part of the art process. Um, Trying to figure out what materials work, what you can use versus what doesn't work for you, and that's something that I always tell people. And before I say that, good morning, Las Cruces. How is it going, sir? I hope you're doing well this week. I hope you had a great week. I hope you're doing well on this beautiful Saturday. So one thing I always tell people when they're doing art is, and I think I've actually said this before on my stream, don't go out and spend hundreds of dollars on supplies that you don't know how to use. Um, More than likely, what's going to happen if you do that is you're going to end up frustrated. When you're starting out with art, use something that feels comfortable to you. Um, Find something that you can use, you can enjoy, and not something that's going to frustrate you, because it's going to get you more interested in it in the long run as it is. So I always tell people that, and I always have people ask, well, what do you use? So to me, it's about affordability. Number one, can I afford what I'm using? And number two, am I comfortable using it to the point where um, I don't mind, trying stuff out with it. Good morning, Ignacio. How's it going? Glad to have you here this morning. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on. I am doing a picture of Sweet Tooth, or Gus from Sweet Tooth, which is a newish Netflix series. This is what I have so far. Um, I'll show you more as I go along with this, but this is what I'm working with. Um, Again, I don't normally pre-draw pictures for my shows, but since I'm trying to kind of get a little bit of a move on with this, I went ahead and pre-drew my picture and got started with it. Yeah, there you go. Starting the day off with coffee. I hear you. Thank you so much. So one thing I'm going to do with this, and the reason that I did the background black, is I'm going to go in with these gel pens that I have, and I'm going to add some eyes that are kind of peering out at Sweet Tooth through the shadows. If you've watched the show, then you've seen how his eyes glow at nighttime, because, not to ruin the story, but Sweet Tooth, or Gus, is a deer hybrid. So I'm going to try to show some eyes, and I don't know if you can pick this up or if it translates well. Yeah, there you kind of see them in the back. Um, in the background, just kind of looking out at Gus. Let's see. Oh man. So right now I'm working on an undertone for Gus's hair. Um, I'm putting in a light shade of yellow. It's kind of a muted yellow, and when I say muted, I mean when I go to work over top of it, I will be able to add color to it without the yellow being overbearing. Um, and what I'm going to do after I put this lighter shade of yellow in, I'm going to go in with a couple of different color browns and add some brown to it because Gus has kind of a dirty blonde to light brown hair, and I wanted to show that blondness in the most non-overbearing or non-takeover kind of way. I'm not sure even what kind of word I was looking or what word I was looking for there, but you get what I'm saying. I don't want the yellow to be too strong once I start to add the browns in. What's up, man?
Good morning. Am I fashionably late?
You arrived precisely when you were supposed to.
Outstanding.
Doing all right this morning?
So far, I've only been awake for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. You're starting to form this habit of either waking me up early or keeping me up at night.
Well, I was up until 4 o'clock this morning, and then I got up at, I guess in my sleep I thought it was already 10 o'clock, so I was like, oh my goodness, and I got up and I was really panicked, and I realized it was only 9 o'clock, so I was like, well, I'm up now, so I've had about 5 hours of sleep, which is killing me right now because my eyes aren't even focused yet, but
yeah, I just brewed a cup of coffee, sat down, grabbed my book. So we'll see. So I'm gonna do the matching one to this. This is the one that I did a couple weeks ago on the show.
Yeah.
So that's I'm gonna awesome. Do Old Dragon on this one.
Awesome.
The good old dragon.
I'm surprised at the number of people that still don't know what Something is Killing the Children is. As hot as that book is right now, I've talked to a few people about it, and they're like, I've never even heard of it.
Like collectors or just common folk?
Well, people that don't necessarily collect, but read comics frequently. Like they'll go, I saw it on the shelf, but I haven't heard much about it, or I've never heard of it, and I'm like, how have you not heard of it?
Yeah, that seems well, that just seems like a flat out lie now, doesn't it?
It feels like it. Oh man.
Once the series airs, everybody's going to know it.
Oh, absolutely. And then there are going to be the people that are like, that think they know everything about it just because of the show.
Yep. They'll have all the details.
And it's okay, go ahead.
We'll have to school them and let them know, well, that's not how it actually happened in the comic.
Yeah. Or they'll. I love the people that think that they pick up and know everything about it, and then they start talking about it. And you're like, wait a minute, no, that's not even it.
Yeah. But here's the thing, too. There are some people like Dustin from Two Brothers
Yeah.
who studies it, right? He looks at it panel by panel. He knows what's going on. He catches little things in the background that you wouldn't normally notice.
Speaking of catching things in the background, the first time I looked at your picture that you posted of something that's killing the turtles, I didn't notice. I had to zoom in because I was looking at it and I didn't even notice that you had foot soldiers in the shadows. And then you were talking about it the other night, and I was like, well, I missed that. So I went back and looked at it, and I was like, man, that is such a good little like detail that you really have to look at it in order to see it.
Yeah, and it's funny too. Do you know the story of how that cover came to be?
No, I don't.
So we were on the Babylon, just having a good time in the chat and whatnot, and something came up, and we were like, wouldn't it be funny if we did Something is Killing the Turtles? Because we were talking about The Last Ronin, obviously. And so I was like, you know what? I think that is definitely doable. And so the next morning, I kind of started playing around in Photoshop, and I sent a very rough version of what you guys saw to Nick and Dustin. And we had our laugh, that was funny. And then I just kept going with it and tightening it up and building upon it. And then I got in there with the foot soldiers and stuff like that. And it was a good time.
Well, you'll definitely have to let me know if you get prints made of it, because I'd love to get one.
Yeah, I'm actually going. I'm gonna probably go out today and try to find a good local printer, just because I want to be able to see proofs of it, and then once I feel that it's good enough quality and everything like that, I'll do the print run. And then, of course, depending on what the costs are, I might just do a 25 print run, or I might do a 50.
That would be awesome. I know you can make a lot of people happy.
Well, at least 25, maybe 50. I got a lot of really awesome comments on that piece, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh, we've got Nick's Kicks and Comics in the house. I think. Oh, yeah, we got Mark on vacation in the house.
Well, good morning, fellas.
They're throwing out links and everything. Man, they're awesome. I'm doing good just to function this early in the morning.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Like during the summer, I don't actually wake up well until about 11 o'clock.
Well, some of us don't have the luxury of the summers off.
I know. My wife reminds me of that all the time. She's like, you can stay up late because you don't have to get up and go to work tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I'm sure she'll probably jump in and chime in on that one. She loves to chime in on stuff like that.
When do you go back?
I go back August the 14th.
Oh, so you only have a couple more weeks.
Yeah, and I'm going to enjoy the heck out of them too. That's why I tried to schedule the C3 towards the end of my summer break, but it give myself enough time that I could recover from it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the closer that I get to it, the more I'm realizing I've got to stay up for 24 hours now.
Yeah, but I bet you it's going to once we go live and all of the shenanigans start up. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. So you'll be running off of adrenaline for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very excited about it. I just DJ Links and I were talking yesterday, and I was telling him, I said, it's one of those things. I'm over the moon excited about it, but I'm also nervous because I want to do it justice. I want to do a good job because I know there are so many people that have been affected by cancer, and I just feel like, I don't want to fall flat on my face on this.
Yeah, I think the community is definitely going to come together. You're going to have a lot of support, man. So it's going to be a great time. I know I'm looking forward to it.
So I'll show you what I've got so far. That's kind of where I'm at now.
And you're going to do you said you were going to do something with reflective, or is it glow in the dark?
So I haven't really done a lot with it yet. Let me see if I can get it on screen here. But I'm going to go kind of back here behind the trees, and I'm going to show kind of how their eyes were or his eyes were in the show, where you've got the eyes looking through the dark. I don't know how that's going to turn out or translate, but hopefully it will be okay.
That was such a good show.
It was. I was impressed they did as well as they did with it. But during the pandemic, I'll say this. I think a lot of production companies picked up their game on releasing movies, and it's because nobody had anywhere to go. If they made crap movies, then they were done.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of companies put out movies that were amazing that probably, unless or if this had not had happened or was not going on, I don't know that they would have made as good of what they did.
Well, that was actually done by Robert Downey Jr. and his wife's production company.
Right.
Which is nice because they wouldn't have taken on the project if they didn't dedicate a specific budget to do it right, in my eyes. And, after he did that, we were talking about it a little bit last night on Burke's channel. Because what is it, Will Smith, who is doing Canto?
Oh, yeah.
So I think they're seeing how big, the market is and these characters, and people really gravitate towards them. So, they're good investments. People love it, man. And as long as they keep doing it right, they're going to make some money.
Absolutely. I'm excited about the Canto. I just picked up on it. I missed out on the volume 1, but I picked up on City of Giants, and I loved it.
You know what, man? So I have I missed out on the first volume as well. I have number 1, but I recently got number 1 from Tyler.
Oh yeah.
And Nick from Two Brothers sent me the trade and got me into it. And I'll tell you, ever since then, I'm a huge fan. Can't get enough of Canto. So yeah, so I got City of Giants. I've got basically every book since the first volume. So Canto 2. Now we're on to Canto 3. Just started.
I will on that 1 in 10 variant for Volume 2, number 1. I love that homage they did for the TMNT number 1 cover.
Did you start shopping around? You can get them in a 9.8 for about $100 or so.
Yeah, I've been looking. I found a few raw. One, I think the cheapest one I found raw was like $20, which that's not bad. But if I'm gonna get one, I really want to get it graded because of the error printing.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been looking. I found 198, but it was listed, I think, at like $300.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Now
man.
you are fully reading Something is Killing the Children, right?
Yes.
Is Old Dragon human, do you think?
You know, I've kind of picked up on the idea that they're alluding that he could be, but I don't know. I have not conclusively
Because he's got
decided
pointy,
yet.
yeah, he's got pointy like vampire ears. But he's
Yeah.
eating like grubs and stuff like that. At least I'm assuming that they're grubs. I don't know. They could be Sour Patch Kids for all I know, but
Maybe at one point he was. There's a lot that I've got questions about with that book and that series. I will say this: I'm looking forward to the new series coming out.
the new Birch book, you mean?
Oh yes,
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know how he does it. If I found out that I was lettering or doing anything with a book, I couldn't keep it a secret. I would have to stay completely off of social media. They would
Yeah.
have to. They would have to lock me away in a Faraday cage until the book was released. All right, let's try to see if I can find a good photo of the details in his mask.
and that's another thing I like about Something is Killing Children is that most of the artwork that you see outside of the books are from the books or is from the books. Like you don't see a lot of stuff posted as far as concepts and fan art and stuff like that. And I love that because what's being put out has to be original.
Mm-hmm.
Now that might change after the series comes out or the show or movie comes out, but okay, let's see. Ignacio says, "Hey Austin, did you test the contrast of the image on CMYK to see if the foot soldiers are visible?"
Yes. So I always go back and forth between RGB and CMYK. And the issue that I face is I also have a full HD monitor and a 5K monitor. So I take them between the two because I do all of my work on the 5K monitor. So I see very, very finite details. What I did do is a test print also of just a small section of the artwork. Now, of course, I just have a regular inkjet printer here at the house, and with the dark background, it lays the inks on very heavy. I didn't have any photo paper to test on so that I can get something a little more stable and solid with the inks. And it was a little bit dark, but I kind of chalked that up to the ink bleeding through the paper a little bit. But I definitely think I'm going to have to lighten it up a little bit. But I kind of want to see how the final printer is going to get it done and make my adjustments towards their specs versus my own, because I feel that I'll end up having to do it all over again.
What's up, Drac? Oh, that sounded way too close to sounding like "What's up, Doc?"
What's up, Doc? Do you remember way back in the day when Shaquille O'Neal had that? He started rapping.
Yes.
And he started rapping with this group called Fu-Schnickens. And Fu-Schnickens had this, I don't want to call it a hit. I don't know if it was a hit, but they had this song called "What's Up, Doc?"
Oh man, the one thing I remember about Shaq's early career is him being in that movie Kazam or whatever it was.
We don't talk about that, Chris.
That movie was awful.
I don't recall ever seeing it. That movie came out when I was at a weird age where I was out and about, never home. I wasn't worried about movies. But you got to forgive a lot of those 90s movies. It was a weird time.
Yeah, it was.
I'll tell you what, talking about music, last night I watched that McCartney 3-2-1. Have you seen that documentary?
I haven't, but I've been wanting to watch it.
I watched the whole thing last night. You got to get on it. It's really good. If you're a Beatles fan, you'll love it.
All right. Well, then there we go. I'll have to watch it then. I'll probably end up watching it with my father-in-law because he's a big music guy, and we like to shoot the breeze about music when we get together.
Yeah, check it out. It's just Paul McCartney and Rick Rubin standing in the middle of a studio with a mixing board, and they just start playing the old Beatles tapes. And they start having conversations, and they'll like turn off the vocals and just talk about the bass line in a specific song, or they'll turn down and just focus on the vocals, and just to hear Paul McCartney talk about how they came up with ideas, or what was going on with their lives when a certain song was written. It's pretty interesting.
That sounds really good. That sounds like right up my alley. I'd love to watch that. So, yes, I'm going to have to put that on the to-do list this weekend.
That you do.
Let's see.
Oh, gotcha.
The Bee Gees documentary is excellent.
The Bee Gees.
So I saw this. I don't know if you've seen it before on YouTube, but I've seen it floating around. There is a Bee Gees mashup of Back in Black and Staying Alive. So they took the music from Back in Black and dubbed it with the lyrics and the vocals of Staying Alive, and it fits together perfectly.
It's funny depending on the scales that these songs are written and played. If they're on like 3 or 4 scales, you can mix quite a bit. I don't know if I fully agree with Staying Alive and Back in Black being mixed up. I don't know if I can support something like that kind of blasphemy, but that sounds interesting. One of the best mashups out there is the Gray album. Have you listened to that? It's Jay-Z's Black album mixed into the Beatles' White album.
Oh wow!
It's
it's now
incredible.
Now you're giving me music I got to listen to this weekend as well.
And here's another little fun fact. That was actually mixed and produced by DJ. Is it DJ Danger Mouse? I don't know if he's a DJ, but Danger Mouse. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah.
And that basically put him on the map as a music producer, and that led him to doing Broken Bells and what was his other one? Gnarls Barkley.
Now I did love Jay-Z's compilation with Linkin Park. That was one of my favorite compilation mashup albums ever.
Now I've heard a few tracks off of that, but I haven't listened to it in the amount of that it probably deserves.
It was a good album. Encore and what was the name of the song they did with it? Numb. They took Encore and Numb and mashed them up, and the first time I ever heard it, it blew my mind, and I was like, this album is gonna be special.
Yeah, when Chester Bennington passed away, he grew up here in Arizona. And I don't remember what high school he went to out here, but people from all over the place went to that high school, and they kind of did a memorial for him.
Yeah, I still have trouble listening to Linkin Park today just because of, I mean, that was really one of the first bands I ever got into on my own. Like, a lot of my musical influence came from my dad. I grew up with a dad that played guitar. He was in bands, and I listened to what he listened to. So a lot of the southern rock bands like Leonard Skinner, Blackfoot, the Doobie Brothers, the Allman Brothers, I would listen to Bob Seger, and that was the music I really got into as a young kid. And when I first started listening to music on my own, Linkin Park was one of the first bands I ever really got into that my dad was like, I'm not a big fan. And so it's still really hard for me to listen to them today and not go, man, he is absolutely a treasure that's going to be missed.
Yeah, most unfortunate. It's just a shame that what drove him to that.
Yeah.
I mean, could have easily gotten help, because he was even pretty vocal about it when Chris Cornell.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Even, you can go as far as Chris Cornell was saying the same thing, and that took me by surprise. I didn't see that coming at all. I loved Audioslave. Soundgarden was great, but Audioslave was right up my alley. I think, was it a mixture of Rage Against the Machine and Soundgarden?
I don't know.
I know Tom Morello played guitar for him, and he was in Rage Against the Machine.
That would probably be a good description then. I actually didn't know that he played guitar there.
Oh yeah, he is one of my favorite guitarists just because of what he can do with the guitar.
I had the pleasure of seeing Rage Against the Machine Foo Fighters open for Rage Against the Machine.
Wow.
Early 90s. Or mid to late 90s, actually. I had to be old enough to actually go to the show. And at the time, I had no idea who the Foo Fighters were.
And now, if you would hear that lineup, you'd think that is an odd combination because they're on two opposite ends of the spectrum now.
Well, now, it's good when some of these bands get a little more popular. They have the freedom to decide who they tour with versus the record companies putting them with somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember back when I played and we did a lot of East Coast stuff. Um, we would get put into venues, like smaller venues, playing with bands that did not match our genre at all, and we're going, who in the world came up with this concert, and why did they even consider putting two genres that were opposite ends of the spectrum together? Because we would go in and we were new metal, um, and or I don't know if you want to call it new metal or what, but we'd get put in with bands that were doing like industrial rock or that orgy kind of Blue Monday sound, and I'm like, we're not even near being similar in style.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it comes down to people who book the bands. They get paid to just book the band. They don't care about matching it up.
But see that's and I kind of have a respect for that because yeah, it does broaden people's listening spectrum. But then you get the people that are like, they come in and they go, well, I don't want to hear this kind of music, and it automatically turns them off. Nick is he's being very active in the chat. Let me see what he's saying.
Yeah. I don't know why he doesn't just pop on.
I know, for real. He must still be getting his beauty face on or something.
Go grab your Bob Ross wig and let's get to work.
I know, for real. Get some practice for the 24-hour stream. I mean, you did a good job yesterday. I think you and Mark were on for like 14 hours combined.
All right, I think I got a pretty good outline in my pencils. I'm going to start inking.
Let's see what you got. I'm going to hold on. Let me put you bigger. Here we go.
So that's mine. I'm going to kind of wing it on the mask. Everything that I could find is very small and lacks detail, so this is going to be my version of his mask, which I should have done in the first place, but what are you going to do?
Hey, look, your favorite person's here.
Mr. Tyler.
What's up, Tyler?
Actually, it's not even good morning, it's good night for him. Good evening.
So I don't know if anybody's, I haven't said it in a little bit. If you're just getting here and you want to jump in the chat, if you go back up to the very top of the page or the chat, the link is there. I'll post it one more time here. You're more than welcome to jump on if you'd like to.
Oh, so that's an interesting fact. There are 3 things that can kill Dracula, or 4: sunlight, a stake through the heart, and Mr. Shattered Glass comic reviews.
That's interesting. And how would he do it? How would Tyler kill a Dracula?
He just had to show up, and look at that, Drac is gone.
So I've done a bunch of this since I last showed it. I'm going to go ahead and show it in a second. I got to get this one strap of his book bag colored in. Okay. So since the last time I showed it, this is what I've got. Oh, let me do this real quick. This is what I got so far.
Dude, it's coming together.
I think I liked it more when it was just black and white, to be honest with you.
So I am always a fan of just black and white, but I'll tell you, like what you did there, how you blended the colors in his face, it's those kinds of marker skills that I really need to start to learn and practice on, because if you don't do that right, you just ruin the piece. And I can't tell you how many drawings I've ruined by attempting color and just not having that skill.
Well, you know, what did it for me? There was a span of time where I focused solely on headshots and portraits of people, and I would just do little 5x7 cards of people, and I would draw their face, and that was what I would work on. So if I screwed it up, I really haven't put or invested a ton of time, since it's only 5x7, and I could just go back and do it over again and redraw it. So that is how I learned, because I would use marker. I was trying to learn how to use alcohol markers when I did it and effectively do pictures of people. Now, I'll say this. Do I feel like I'm where I need to be as far as ability? Absolutely not. I'd love to be able to do a lot more, but do I feel like I am leaps and bounds better than I was when I started? Yes, absolutely.
Well, I just need to be okay. I would like to get to that first notch, capable, and then maybe okay, and then do that. My thing is, though, I'm still learning new techniques and stuff with the inking. I love inking. It's my favorite part of anything that I do. Sometimes I notice that I really rush my sketches and things like that, because I just want to get right down into the details, which is what I kind of did here this morning. Really rough sketch. But yeah, the inking, man, I just love putting in all of that finite detail and kind of bringing the imagery to life. For a little bit, I struggled as to whether or not I was going to put any color into the sketch that I'm doing for C3, and I've decided that I am going to keep it fully black and white, so it will just be inks.
See, I like that, and I'm gonna say this. I agree with Ignacio. He says so many covers I see on Instagram where I wish the artist would have just ditched the markers. I totally agree. There are some things that are better off left in black and white. Just leave it the inks and let it go.
Yep.
But again, that comes down to a couple of things. It could be the artist's skill. If they should have left it black and white. Like me, one thing I'm working on now is my line work. My hand shakes after I've drawn for a long time. So I'm working on trying to get my lines straight, thicker, fuller, not as shaky. And so it just boils down to what the artist is comfortable with. And a lot of the times they just use marker because that's what the person asked them to do.
One piece that I was actually pretty damn happy with that I did color was the that Invincible cover.
Mm-hmm.
And that, aside from, I've put some greens and some highlight type color in some of my covers before. But that is the first one full color that I've done. But that one I practiced. obviously I wasn't just going to go for it right on the book.
So that con that I've been talking about in the Burke chat,
Mhm.
I found out that one of the exclusives that you get for going to the con is they have two Invincible covers that they're giving out. One is a con exclusive, and then the other one is a con exclusive blank sketch variant.
So your uncle's going to get one for me, right? Was it
I
your
don't
uncle or cousin?
cousin,
Cousin.
and I don't know. He says that he's trying to get he's a former wrestler. He went into wrestling at the same time as what's up, Ignacio? How's it going?
Hey, how's it
How are you
going?
guys? Can you listen to me?
Say again?
Loud and clear.
If you listen to me,
Yes.
excellent.
You doing all right this morning? Well,
Yeah,
I
every
guess-
day, 24/7.
awesome.
I'm gonna die doing this. But before I start rambling about me, I wanted to ask Austin, did you go through the image, the "something is killing the turtles" image with a color picker to see if the colors are more than 50% black?
No, not yet.
That-
But I certainly will. So I didn't
That's
actually.
something.
Yeah, I didn't actually create that piece for production. I did
Yeah.
it just for fun. So it was just me kind of building and haphazardly coloring things and shading and masking things and stuff like that. So I didn't actually put any of the necessary work into it for production. So I need to go back and do that for sure. But I definitely would still like to work with somebody local so I can have some test prints, because I was also thinking about doing a very small run, printing it on metal.
Yeah, I heard you yesterday, and it's
Yeah.
a great idea. It's gonna look bitchin'.
I hope so. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that thing I told you about the color picker, I learned it pretty recently. I'm preparing my first comic for printing, and it's not easy. As a matter of fact, I'm currently changing color from pages I did for the Kickstarter campaign, because we did a test print and they print good, but I want it to look better.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just like me, where it's got to be, you put in all of that hard work, it's got to print, and the final product has to be the way you envisioned it.
Yeah.
And until that happens, it's not complete.
Well, I need to leave it at some point because it's 50 pages of comics, so at some point I gotta say.
We always
these
consider the
pages-
deadline as well, of course.
Yeah. But since it's my first published mainstream comic, because I mostly worked on not suited for work comics before, so
So you
I
do comics for a living?
yeah.
That's
I've been
awesome.
doing comics for a living for 10 years.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
Chris, you should go back to Whack Comics. They
Uh-huh.
they interview Ignacio, talk about his book and stuff like that. So you should definitely check that out.
I
I
will
can
do
send
that.
you guys a preview of the comic via IG or Twitter. I have, at this point, 30 of the 50 pages almost done.
Wow.
I'm currently recoloring page 28. Can you see that?
Yes, that's awesome.
What's
Yeah, let
going
me
on,
let me.
Brett?
Hello,
Hey, Drac.
my name is
So-
Ignacio. What's going on, guys?
So real quick, Ignacio, when you're trying to cut out any colors that are more than 50% black, do you just tone down the blacks and then just try to bring in more reds and greens and try to balance it out and bring it back to the color? Or do you change your color scheme entirely if you find yourself using those
No.
heavier colors?
Well, it depends on what you're going for. I'm working with a very limited palette now. So what I do is go inside the same palette to a color that's at least 47% black, and that would work pretty good.
Okay.
But if you can change the color altogether, maybe you can try that one. No, go.
Since you've made so much progress on your own book already, I'll send you my file, and then you can just finish up for me.
Well, I tell you this. I sent the preview to the guy for his opinion, and he went all in, and that was a schooling. He taught me a lot and forced me to see things in another way, because I wasn't thinking about the means of productions, the exact means of production that the comic would entail.
It's important to have people like that support you, because if you don't, those are lessons that you have to learn.
Yeah.
You can't learn and you can't advance your artwork if everybody just says, "Oh, I love it," like, "Thanks, Mom."
Yeah.
Everything you do goes up on the bridge or the bulletin board and stuff like that. But you can't grow with that kind of feedback.
Yeah, I try to go for people that's gonna tear me a new one, because that's the people that's gonna break me, and then I can rebuild from there with a better and more clear goal in the horizon.
It's like my wife, so I was like, you were praised way too much as a child, weren't you? So she's here to take me down a peg.
Yeah, you were hugged too much.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm not drawing because I'm walking in the rain, and that would ruin my drawing. And I'm here to give everyone motion sickness.
Sounds like a whack pack. Drawing in the rain.
Yeah. I'm doing my Biggie Shack style haul video right now.
Are you at Subway?
Are you going for a sushi?
No. I am on my way to a comic book shop, though.
Oh, right on. Well, at least your destination's good.
Yeah, I had to work for a few hours this morning, and figured I might as well see if I can find anything.
Are you on the east coast of Canada?
I'm in Toronto.
Are you on the east coast of Canada?
What? Toronto is, you know where Toronto is, right?
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
I don't. Tell me.
No. It is. I mean, it's on Lake Ontario, so it's near. It's kind of just northwest of New York.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say the closest major American city would probably be Detroit, Buffalo. Yeah.
I was about to pick my nose live on YouTube.
That's
That's how you get the ratings.
Go for it.
So, Adrian, I was going to ask if you were running from Nick because he seemed like he was hot on your trail this morning.
Yeah, I haven't. You guys, if you see anything behind me, let me know.
Well, if it's Nick, maybe he's bringing you something.
He's gonna bring me something?
I don't know. Didn't you say he was going to drive to Toronto to deliver something to you?
Oh, I hope so. That would be nice.
That'd be a long drive for Nick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Roscoe's in the chat.
What's
Hi,
Roscoe?
Roscoe.
Good morning, Roscoe.
There's like this 5-second delay where I click a chat message pop up and it's like I'm gonna think about popping up and then it finally does. Yeah, I would love to take a look at what you're doing, Ignacio. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch the Whack Comics interview.
Yeah. The first time I talked to the guys from WAC, it was the first time I also talked with, in a conversation like this, with Darren, who's the editor and the creator of Killaroo, and with the writer, Matt. But I've been working with Matt for almost 3 years, and we never had a conversation like this. We always work via email or chat. As a matter of fact, we need to record a podcast that will go as an audio file with the comic.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, they're waiting for me. I'm delaying everything with my.
Hey, Chris, did anything become of that Stray Dogs blank that you had?
I've still got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't sell it to me.
Yeah, I know.
No. Let's not say I wouldn't sell it. I would definitely sell it. I don't know.
You don't want to draw it yourself?
No, absolutely not.
No?
I would ruin it.
What are you
don't think
talking
so.
about?
Look, a book that's going for something like that, I can't force myself to draw on. I'm too afraid I'd mess up.
If you sell it to me, I'll mess it up on purpose. Whack hack, baby. Let's do it.
Oh,
I encourage you to keep that book as far away from Drac as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew there was a reason I hadn't gotten rid of it yet.
How about a horror movie poster with some actual blood on it?
That would be good.
Yeah, I could
Actual blood?
probably source some out. Yeah,
No, it needs to be your blood, Drac.
I could put a little bit of that in there. Yeah,
Yeah, the immortal blood of actual Dracula.
yeah. That should be that should pretty much guarantee a 9.9 right there.
Or even a 10.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Do
they
tens
would,
even
if they would even grade it if they knew it was blood.
Oh,
Did you ever hear about that that Marvel Kiss comic
Where
they
they put their
said-
blood in the ink.
they said they put their blood in
Yeah.
the ink? Yeah.
Yep.
Which I mean, when you're a band whose music sucks so bad you constantly have to rely on gimmicks, that's a pretty good one.
exactly.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. Gene Simmons is not a good musician. He's an excellent marketing guy.
That's why he and Stan Lee got along so well. They understood the marketing side of things really good.
Yep.
He is. He's also, I think, a terrible person in general, but he is good at that.
I wouldn't know. I've never met the guy.
I
He
haven't
doesn't
met him
return my
either.
call.
Haven't met him either. Don't care to.
Nick said, slow down. He can't catch up. You're walking too fast.
He's gonna need some of those Pocan Joe rocket legs to catch up to me.
Oh. Did he
Whatever
settle
you
on
do.
that? Oh, I thought he was going to do the rocket legs.
Is
The
he
spring
gonna
field
do the
legs.
spring legs? Yeah.
I don't know. I thought you know more than I do.
No,
More than I did.
I left that chat shortly after he was talking about the spring legs.
I don't think he decided yet.
Because I
I've
also
been
like the
spending
idea. Sorry.
I've been spending so much time either listening or in these chats that I don't even know when I ended one and started the other.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get off here. My phone is getting too wet. It's starting to rain a little bit harder.
Let me know if you come
Okay.
across any spawn back issues.
If I what?
If you come across any spawn back issues.
Yeah. Well, this shop I'm going to now, I don't recall seeing very many there. There's not a whole lot of image back issues. But I'll take a look.
You need to find a new shop then.
Oh, I have multiple shops, but this one is the closest one to me right now.
The same one you went last week?
No, this is a different one.
Oh, you're making the rounds.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, Drac gets around.
He has the time.
I'm going to the shop where I have my pull list, and it's a really small shop, but I like it. It's they actually just renovated it a couple months ago.
And now
Yeah, I
you're
know
going
what
to
you
mess it
mean.
up.
I'm gonna go mess it up. Also, they have. I know the guy that owns it's also really like into like gaming, like board games. So he's got a bunch of that stuff there. But I'm just there for the comics.
Are you sure you're not gonna pick a crappy board game for Casual Dracula?
Not there, not there. It's I'm only looking for free games or ideally something pulled out of the trash. Yes.
Yeah, that would be good. Absolute trash game.
That's it. All right. Anyways, it's been fun chatting with y'all. Just figured I'd pop in and say hi. And
Thanks for coming in, Drac.
sorry for not drawing on your drawing
Shame on
show,
you.
but
Shame
next
on you.
time. Next time.
Happy hunting.
All right, guys. Thanks.
See you,
See
Drac.
ya, Drac.
Talk to you later.
And that was Casual Dracula, or Actual Dracula.
Casually popping by.
Yes, casually popping by. Yeah, I'm starting to wish I left this black and white, to be honest with you.
No, really? Dude, it's working well. Why do you think well, you can always do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think looking at it, I would like to see it finished and completed in black and white rather than doing color with it. So I may do two of them just for the sake of sanity.
Hmm.
Panda's in the house. What's up, Panda?
Good morning.
Hey, Adrian.
You're not too late to jump on. Link is in the chat.
Dude, if I'm in, everyone should be in.
That's right.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right. Once I finish this lower jaw line, I'll show you guys a little update.
Yes, please.
Bring it on. I'm so glad we live in the digital age. I just realized I made a huge mistake in the page, and it's gonna be work solving it. But if I was working traditionally, I would be screwed.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes undo is your best friend in the world.
Yeah.
All right. So I got the basic outlines complete. I think I'm going to start doing in some of the darker details, and then I'll throw in some of the darker colors. So that's where I'm at so far.
Nice.
And then that one is just going to match up with. So I'll probably get
The
both
previous one.
integrated together.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We got somebody else in the house.
There he is. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Tyler.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Doing good, man. I was just trying to clean the house. And I just got something in the mail.
Hold on. Let me.
Oh, hello.
Oh, wow. I'm glad it
Well,
arrived safely.
Yeah, I see a couple mistakes, but I think I'm going to crack it and fix it myself.
Okay, there you go.
But it's pretty good. 4 out of 10, I'd say.
4 out of 10. That's not bad.
Not
It's
bad.
not a passing grade, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. You know, I don't like when the covers have like stuff on them, like these bats, but it really works with the hair, actually. You made it look better than it should.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, definitely easy 4 out of 10.
Say, Tyler, what happened with that sketch cover you did?
I guess I'm gonna reveal it since you just told me or asked me a question. So I sent it off to EGS to get graded, and it's coming back with it's gonna be my first ever signature series book, and I'm gonna put it up for sale on C3 along with some other books.
What cover is this?
What'd you say? You lagged out a little bit.
What cover is this?
It's the book I did, the Doomsday Clock, from that video.
The Elmo on there is incredible.
Thank you. I tried to incorporate the eyes with the Doomsday.
Yep, I was just going to comment the way you actually worked that into the details of the original cover. Very
Yeah.
clever.
I know. And everyone likes Elmo.
Of course.
What's up, Cass?
So, what you're gonna work now? What you're gonna do while we work here, Tyler? Are you
Try to
gonna
sit
draw
here.
with us too?
I can. I'd have to go get some
You
stuff.
should. Go get crayons.
All right, I'll go get some stuff.
Go
You should
grab
do a
your
master
crayon.
class on Tootsies.
Do a what?
A master class on drawing Tootsies.
I can do that. I'll do that. I'll go get it.
Oh Lord.
How hard is drawing feet?
Ask Rob
Do
Liefeld.
what?
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't want to finish my own joke.
Is it drawing feet, or would it be how easy it is to hide feet for him?
Oh, dude, what a crazy person.
Didn't he just recently go on another Twitter rant?
God,
Oh, I try not to follow. As a matter of fact, I stopped following him because he's kind of toxic. Besides, it's been going on. There's been some issues with a company that holds the rights to Youngblood and, well, a lot of those superheroes that Rob Liefeld created for the beginning of Image. Was it?
X-Force and all that?
No, for Image. Youngblood, Badrock, those characters. Apparently there was a dude, the same dude that ran Comico in the 90s, that ran it to the ground. Well, that same dude had the rights to Youngblood. Prime was the name of the superhero. Well, a lot of Rob Liefeld IP.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been producing pages with third world country artists and scamming them and not paying them
oh wow.
for quite a while. Yeah, it's a company called Terrific Productions, and there was a lot of noise going around that, and of course Rob couldn't help but chime in.
Yeah.
But actually, the people running that Terrific company are pretty big pieces of shit.
Yeah, it's a shame to hear stories like that.
I missed the whole thing. All I heard was piece of shit.
Nope, you were just in time. That was your introduction.
You can watch it on the replay.
No, Ignacio was telling us about the current goings on with Rob Liefeld and some of his IPs and stuff going on right now.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It's a lot of crazy people, because in my opinion they're crazy. That's the only way you can explain the things they do. Or senile, maybe senile, I don't know.
I'm just going to go with good old-fashioned greed.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, but in order to be greed motivated, you need to print the shit you are making, because you're not paying the artist, right? But you're also not printing the comics the artists are doing. So you're basically collecting art, which can be a way to do it. But I don't think the person behind this is all in there. I think there's a few screws loose or whatever.
I think every artist would say they have a few screws loose.
Yeah. That's a first statement. Oh, and these people, the Terrific company, had a clause on the contract they made the people sign that besides an NDA that you cannot show any of the art, you cannot talk about the comic you're working on. They had a clause that in order to pay the whole world, or at least 70% of the world, had to be vaccinated against COVID.
Really?
Yeah, the COVID clause.
I will say this, to a certain degree, it doesn't matter how crazy a contract is. If it's signed,
Yeah,
both parties are to blame there.
yeah, but how can you blame? I mean, I'm 40, you know? I've been speaking this other language that is not my own for at least 20 years. And I speak like this. And I read pretty good. I can read a contract and understand it. But what if you are 20 and you have a lower degree or a lower level of understanding of English?
Mm-hmm.
Then, and let's not forget the eagerness, if that's even a word, of working in comics. In the IP of Rob Liefeld, not some whatever. No, you're working on Youngblood, the new release of Youngblood. You are the artist for the legendary Rob Liefeld IP, and that's going to be your first step in the comic industry.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
It's a pretty attractive as an offer. This dude is a poacher. He's a predator.
Yeah.
Shame.
Dude, and you have to see that some of the people he has worked with have some extremely talented, really, really good people. And those comics they did for this motherfucker are never going to see the light of day. And that's a shame.
Yeah, that's just a horrible story all around.
Yeah, dude. And it went for a long time before any comic media covered it. It was just a Twitter war. It wasn't leaving Twitter until, I don't know, a year after it all started.
I think it's just another case of trying to put the golden child, even though he's not really that great.
Yeah.
God, I can't draw.
And there's another thing that I don't understand about the comic industry, but I'm not gonna mention it because it's a problematic thing, for all I know. But it's something I don't really understand looking it from the distance I'm in.
Well, that's another great thing about the digital age now. It gives artists opportunities to just do things on their own. They don't have to rely on the big two publishers anymore.
Yeah. Dude, I'm working based on Australia. I'm in Argentina, and I'm working on an IP that's based on Australia. And we're shipping it to wherever in the world. That's fucking crazy. I'm sorry about the cursing.
Oh, you're
No, I was gonna tell you, make sure you come on C3 and do that, so that way I don't feel bad when I cuss.
come on, Tyler. It was
I
just
don't- Oh shit!
it was just a request.
You don't have to worry about me. Lee's gonna be there.
I'm going to let you in on a secret, Ignacio. Here in
Tell me.
America,
Yeah.
cursing and bad language is always accepted with a good accent.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm only half joking.
Yeah, you,
Because
No, no.
really,
yeah.
it is definitely acceptable.
Well, thank you.
There's
Yeah,
no
'cause-
chance.
I'm gonna try
All
to
the-
keep it to the minimum, but
All
But
the
I'm-
women watching would be like, "Oh, that was sexy. Do it again."
well, I have that. I've had that.
Like I always say, you can never have enough.
Like
Right,
my
Lisa?
my wife
Leave
does
her
not.
alone.
She's not like cursing at all. But when Lee does it, she's like, "I don't mind it that much."
So when Lisa's cunt, she doesn't care.
What'd you say?
When Lisa's cunt, she doesn't care.
Yeah. Oh God.
Well,
hope she's watching.
Nobody watches my channel, so
well, we're here.
Yeah, somebody
This is-
watches it.
this
We're
is true.
sitting here.
this is. It was a joke.
Well, if you think about it, it's like watching silent reading time in Wack Comics, but with a little bit more dialogue.
Yeah.
We need to do another one of those. I have a bunch to read.
Oh, did you ever found out who War Machine Punisher is?
No,
It's still a mystery.
it's still a
Good.
mystery.
I have a couple of people that I think it is, but I can't quite prove it.
Yep, I have guesses.
Ah, we live in an age that no one needs proof. Just point a finger and cancel someone.
Just pure accusation. That's all we need.
So what you're saying is we're in Salem, Massachusetts, right? Just pointing the finger which.
Yeah. Oh,
Which?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was about to change the subject because I saw Fear Street, the third movie yesterday.
Oh, you did.
Oh,
Nice. I'm gonna watch that today. I think.
It was such an enjoyable.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good trilogy.
I kind of hope. Did you watch the ending credits for it?
Yeah.
So I kind of hope with the ending credits they at least up and try to do another part of it, because with the with the way it did, I think it leaves it open for something else to happen. And I'm trying not to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, Tyler.
Well, that's very kind of you. I would have spoiled it. But I don't know. I didn't know it was based on an R.L. Stein books.
Yeah.
Series of books.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so it was a surprise for me when I actually saw the credits, because it's pretty raw to be. Well, I'm talking out of my ass because I never read R.L. Stein, so don't mind me.
Well, see, the reason he wrote those books, when he was publishing Goosebumps, it was a running joke in the literary industry that he was a children's writer, So he kind of wrote Fear Street. And I remember reading Fear Street, and when I saw the movie was coming out on Netflix, I was like, I heard that before. And I didn't realize until I started watching it that it was based on his books, but he wrote that in response to critics because everybody kept saying he's a children's writer, he'll never write anything past that. And he started this series of adults. And to be honest with you, I think his writing in those are better than they were in Goosebumps, or than it was in Goosebumps.
Yeah, since I haven't read anything from him, I thought he was a children's writer and that's it. So now that you tell me this, okay, he wrote adult stuff and this is an adaptation from his adult material. Because I was thinking, dude, this man wrote this for children? Either the adaptation is not faithful at all to the source material, or he went really far when writing for children.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and show.
Show me what you got.
Show you what I got. So this is, let's see. I'm going to show you Tyler first. Look at him concentrating, drawing.
I'm so bad. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to show this because it's so bad. It's embarrassing. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Dude, you work so
Yeah, come
fast.
on, man.
That is so good.
Yeah, that's a good piece.
You said earlier how you didn't want to color it. The color is good.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, you shouldn't be sorry about the color, man.
Yeah, that is amazing.
I don't know. I think I would like to see it, and I think I am going to redo it in a different one, but I'd love to see it in black and white, just to see what it would look like versus color.
Are you
Well-
saving all these for C3?
I am, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
one of
the
more-
one I go ahead.
Sorry, go. No, I
one
was
did
going
the
to say
other-
that. Go,
I'm listening.
Go.
The one I did the other night live stream is probably my favorite I've done. It's a little Kevin Eastman homage,
Yeah, I saw that. That is
Oh
sick.
yeah.
and it glows under a black light, so I really like it.
Oh, you're working with magic colors.
I'm actually working with just regular run-of-the-mill gel pens.
Really? And they
Yeah.
glow?
Yeah,
Nice.
they're very fluorescent.
I didn't have an idea.
I had to get another cup of coffee.
Are we losing steam?
What do you mean?
He's getting more coffee to fuel up. I was asking if he was in steam.
Oh. That sounds like a good idea, Austin.
I'm just gonna stick with my not sponsored. I'm gonna stick with my Dr. Cherry Zero sugar.
That's my wife's favorite.
What time is it now in Argentina?
12:52.
Okay.
Oh,
How about
So
there?
there,
so you're only 3 hours ahead then.
Where are you, Austin?
I'm in Arizona. And
Okay.
it's 8:52 here.
Yeah, he's south of us, man. Well,
Yeah, I know, but I
is.
mean,
Come on,
Argentina is way, way south of us. I
Well,
didn't-
Yeah, but
That's how time zones work because the sun. Come on, Austin. Come on.
science.
Every day, I gotta explain
science,
something to
bitch.
Lee, and now here I am with Austin.
Don't you just love
Well-
how he's talking like you're a plebe?
What?
You
Um,
keep breaking it. You keep breaking up, Chris.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yep.
I said, don't you know how Tyler is talking to Austin like he's plebeian? Time zones. That's the sun works.
God, Austin.
Well, Tyler, if you don't want to explain things to us lesser people, you shouldn't be here showing us how much you know about everything.
Yeah, I'm thinking about leaving.
Of course. You're not welcome here, dude.
I always wonder why no one likes me, and then I'm reminded I'm a dick.
Now, I'll have you remember when Tyler Sucks was running rampant. I never said it. I would always hashtag Tyler doesn't suck.
Why?
Well, he didn't
Come-
know you
I-
back then.
I can't tell anybody. Yeah, I can't tell anybody they suck. That's just not kind.
That's our thing.
Tyler's a nice guy until you get to know him.
That's our thing.
I think that's one of the first things I told Tyler was that he sucked.
Yeah.
Of course, I introduced myself and said, sorry, dude. I just went with the dog pile. Everybody was pointing their fingers and telling you suck so. And then I realized that one of the people that puts Tyler suck most of the streams, it's your sister, right, Tyler?
Yeah. That is. She tells me I suck all the time.
Yeah, how?
So if your sister is on that page, she knows you more than anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fine. You do anything.
My wife never doesn't say I suck, but she also isn't around very much. So
Maybe she doesn't tell it to your face. I know my wife hates me, but she doesn't tell me that. She's polite. Oh man, the other day in the 750 live show, I burned my breaking news from the next time I was going to be on Wack Comics.
did you?
Yeah, that mix back on the menu was.
You can probably come up with another breaking news.
Yeah. But that was so easy that I wanted to keep it.
I don't understand how you guys can draw. I don't get it. It's bullshit.
Oh, Remy!
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, I was in the back for a while.
Well, good morning.
Where are you? Oh, yeah, there's a. Oh, speaking of that, Chris, I was gonna say
Yeah.
you should give the key to Remy or somebody for this exact reason, because like people are gonna be looking down, so you have more than one person able to click. Because I can't imagine if I was the only person clicking for 24 hours, I think I would die.
Yeah, I was
Already
gonna talk to
ahead,
Chris
yeah.
about it. I was going to talk to him about it backstage because I was going to plan on trying to be on there as long as possible. So I'll try to be
I'm
on there for
already at-
24.
I had planned already to give it to 2 other people.
Yeah,
What's that?
I said I'd already planned to give it to 2 other people, so you be one on the list.
to be clear, your mic is not breaking up; it's your connection.
Ah,
But I heard you that time. Your mic sounds fine.
Listen, sorry, I'm going to interrupt this to address what Tyler just said. Dude, everyone draws. I think our first contact with the arts, with the is drawing. Every kid draws. The thing
Yeah.
is that we didn't stop drawing, and the other people did.
I don't know, man. I was pretty bad right away.
Everyone is bad right away. But if you keep working at it, I mean, you're good at what you do, assembling trucks.
Thanks.
I'm asking, I'm not telling you, I'm asking you.
Oh,
Are you good?
yeah, I'm good at it for sure.
And the first day, how were you?
I was not that great.
And when you were a baby, how good were you at assembling trucks?
I mean, I didn't try, but I would assume probably pretty good.
Yeah, because when you start as a kid, you draw good, you assemble truck good, you, I don't know, kill people good. Have you seen that movie where the kid kills people? He's great at it.
It's not I'd want to necessarily be great at, but hey,
But basically saying if you do it from childhood or if you do it and stick with it, you're going to be good at it. So you could be good at killing people. You just got to stick with it.
Yeah,
To sum up,
it's those 10,000 hours that some people talk about. If you put yourself into it for 10,000 hours, you're going to be a master. But you have to put the time.
man, I'm bad at coloring too.
Well, with that attitude, baby.
Not even good at
What?
staying in the line.
Chris, hey, there you go.
hold on, let me put you
Oh,
big.
nice. Is that new guy? What's his name? I forget. what
Ryan.
his name- No, the guy from that I don't remember what his name is.
That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah, it's the dragon.
yeah.
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 Nice.
Do a little
Chris,
shading on there
You're an
now.
art teacher, right?
Yes.
What do you say to your students when they have this little kid attitude that Tyler has?
Wait till you
really.
see it. Wait till you see it, and then respond.
I usually tell them it's about repetition. Anything you want to be good at, you have to continuously do it and practice.
Shut up, Ignacio.
Shut up, baby Tyler.
Damn it.
You don't need a diaper change? Shall we call Lisa?
This is why she's not around. I just baby all the time.
Your poor wife. Our poor wives. My wife is taking care of the baby while I'm here sitting talking with you nerds.
To be fair, though, you are working.
Yeah, I'm working.
We just make your job hard.
No. Truth be told, the other day we were talking with Tyler, Lee, Ryan, Nick. Sorry, I was burping. Remy was there for a while, right?
Yep.
And my day flew by. I did a page and I didn't even notice it, which was awesome because that day I had slept only 3 hours and did a 16-hour day.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I was burned.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, we were on a lot yesterday.
Yeah, I wanted to jump in yesterday, but the baby was pretty demanding.
So what are you drawing, Remy?
Nothing right now.
They made
I started
me
getting stuff
draw.
out, and then
Oh, he did the frozen trick. He doesn't want to draw. And, the oldest trick in the book. He's committing to it. And he's
Oh, no,
really
he's
good.
He's back.
So you broke, and we couldn't hear you, Remy. What are you drawing?
I think my connection's bad. Let me dunk out of here real quick.
Yeah.
You guys are breaking up. Hold on.
Mhm.
He did just dip out.
I told you, oldest trick in the book.
He's fixing his connection, I think. Good thing I just bought some art, so I have like a little table thing to draw on.
Yeah, you're making your work really difficult.
I don't think so. This is making it better.
You don't have a table in front of you?
No, it's full of shit.
That's not the
Make a
only
difference.
thing.
I'd have to clear it off, and I like to leave it like busy and stuff, so that way I give my wife something to complain about.
I think either way she would find something.
Yeah, I know, but if you give Lisa something to complain about, then at least you know where it's gonna come from.
Oh, you're smart. Fella.
Strategy.
That's a pretty good one.
Yep. If you got nothing to complain about, then it's just out of nowhere, and you're not prepared.
This way you know exactly what it's gonna be.
Yep.
I may take a page from your book, Tyler. Dude, Remy jumped in, got the key, and went out. That's pretty suspicious.
That's okay. All you have to do is say his name 3 times and he'll shut back up.
That is true.
I'm not gonna do it. Maybe he appears behind me. No.
Yeah, the coloring's awful, but it's coming out better than I expected, I guess.
Show it.
All right. Let's see it.
Oh no,
Hold on,
no,
let me-
I'm not
let
done. I'm not done.
No, that's exactly what we need to see it.
Well,
We
it's
need to
almost
see-
done. It's almost done. So
We want to see the evolution.
no, it's not good. So it's no, you don't need to see the evolution.
Dude, that's how we see the progress of your skills.
No, but there isn't going to be any progress because I don't draw enough to have progress.
And
Well,
you'll
at
get
least-
constructive criticism.
Exactly.
No, I don't want that either.
No, fuck you. So you don't want to learn, right?
I'm not gonna because I just never draw.
Well, you
I
got
have seen
24
you draw-
hours coming up.
Oh, me and Lee have lots of plans that don't involve drawing because somebody's gonna have to be talking.
True.
Wait, what? Are you gonna do another 24-hour stream?
No, they're doing a 24-hour stream on here
Oh,
for comics curing cancer.
wasn't that the cover you made? The
Yeah.
Doomsday Clock?
Yep. It was
So
on-
Chris saw it and bet it, and saw it and said no.
I mean, I'm sure he said no. 'Cause it's
No,
not
I
that
didn't.
good.
I didn't say anything. Actually, yes, I did. I asked you and I said I love it, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did. Well, there you go. You can bid on it, Chris. You saving up money to buy stuff too?
I'm saying- I'm just- I'm just gonna make a donation. I'm not gonna buy anything since I'm hosting it.
Oh yeah.
I don't want anybody to yell rigged.
That's
And
why I'm gonna bid on my own stuff.
Yeah. And he's shaving once we hit $2,000.
No,
Who's
I
it?
thought people would have forgotten that already, but there you go.
You said it to me.
You're shaving at two grand, is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So really quick. First auction.
And I'll tell you this: I have not had a beard since I was 15 years old.
Oh,
Oh
my God.
shit!
You're gonna look like a different person. It's gonna be awesome.
So then your wife and definitely your daughter have never seen you without a beard.
No, they haven't.
Oh man!
Oh,
I
my
remember
God.
the drama. The first time I saw my dad without a beard, I didn't recognize him, and I started crying. I think I was 6, 7 years old. There's a man in my house, and it's not my dad. That was creepy.
That is great.
Not for me. Not for little Ignacio.
Anybody else ever have that problem coloring something? You're looking for that color and you just can't find it. Then it pops up later.
Nope.
It happened to me a while ago with coloring pencils.
Tyler,
That's why
that
we
would
call
only
digital.
that wouldn't happen to you, Tyler, because you're using a box of Crayolas.
Exactly. Never a problem.
Yes, I am.
Guys, I gotta jump out. The baby's crying.
All right, Ignacio.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
pleasure.
Thanks for
For
having
joining.
Thanks for the company, guys.
Have a great one.
Thank
man.
you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
He's such a cool dude.
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think I am done.
Yep, I'm just putting on the finishing touches here too. I just put in a little bit of grays, and then I had to obviously put in his signature. He's got the messed up eyes. Got to finish that.
Look at how hard he's working.
I'm trying. I'm trying. It's so disappointing, but I'm trying.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show mine. That way I can get off this screen.
Yeah, let's see.
This is
Dude, that came out really well.
Yeah, man, that is awesome.
and this will be available on C3 along with Mikey that I did. So these
Which it looks like Panda is after that Mikey.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that is amazing.
All right,
You know-
I think I am just about done too. Where's my brush?
I have never drawn on Bristol board or Bristol paper, and ever since buying this Bristol paper, it has been a game changer.
Whew, now that he's gone, just joking.
Thank
That's
God
joking.
Ignacio's gone. Thank God.
No, I've been having some problems. I'm trying to get this out of my living room and move it into another room so I've got a better connection.
How's that going for you? Need a moving crew?
What's that?
Do you need a moving crew?
Yeah. Oh no, not to move the studio. Not to do that. I can do that. Just a couple thousand books on the walls that I need to rearrange. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you can make light work of that. All right, I think I've reached the point now that I should just stop.
So, Jeremy, I have not said anything about what we were talking about earlier. So, if you want to say right now, you can to the people here. They can hear it first.
What's that? About the let's talk about it?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So we're gonna have a special night. We're gonna do a Tuesday night airing of Let's Talk About It on my channel. It's still gonna be at 7, but we're gonna have Reggie Collects come on.
Oh, outstanding.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're kind of excited for that one.
You guys are putting together quite the lineups, man.
It's all Remy.
Not on me.
All right, I'm done. I'm gonna show it, and then we don't have to talk about it ever again.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
It's embarrassing, but I tried at least.
Hey, that's not bad. You know, I was thinking it was going to be this monstrous piece that was just.
I mean,
awful.
look at the lines are so bad, but
That's one of the better Elmos I've seen in a long time.
it's not Elmo. It's Batman.
Of course it is.
Oh Jesus Christ! Looks like Elmo.
I think you've got a good idea.
It wasn't my idea either. I looked at
on
a
drawing.
picture on the internet. I could never do it if I didn't look at something.
You have to have some sort of level of talent to even look at something and replicate it on paper.
Well, I mean, that's how most people start drawing off. They use references to draw. They're
Mhm.
basically learning how to be a printer.
And that was actually one of the toughest things for me to get away from, because I was starting to draw like the artists I was mimicking, and I'd never produced my own style. So I had to just stop doing that. And when I did that at maybe 15, 16 years old, that's when I actually started to enjoy it even more. Oh, hey, TM.
What's up, station? Yeah, when I was in high school, and trying to learn how to do comic style art, I drew a lot and duplicated and tried to replicate McFarlane work. So I spent a lot of time drawing what he drew, and you're right. I noticed that my style started to lean more towards my own.
Mm-hmm. It's a tough thing to get away from. All right, I think I'm done. I'm done. That is it.
Let me get you big screen so people can see the masterpiece. It's Tyler.
There you go.
Nice.
And that
Very nice.
that is going to accompany that. So that's my last art time with the professor drawing.
What are you gonna do with those?
I was waiting to be invited to be a guest on Whack Comics, and I was just going to light them on fire.
Oh, sweet.
No, I'm just kidding. I'd never go on Whack Comics.
He's gonna burn it and not let you use the footage.
All right, so that is that. Chris, I cannot tell you. I mean, I think I tell you every time I talk to you, which is at least a couple of times a day. I cannot wait to get started on C3, man, and start drawing. I'm
I
excited.
know it's. I'm sitting here going through drawings, and I'm like, by the time I get to C3, there's gonna be the well's gonna be dry. I'm not even gonna know what to draw.
Yeah, you better start writing down ideas because
Yeah,
it's going to be a long time.
absolutely.
So I still have the game I wanted to play if everybody's still open for it.
What game?
I'm open for it.
Basically, I took like famous comic covers and then distorted them through Photoshop. And I was going to give, well, if I needed to, I was going to give hints on what it was, and then people would guess what it was.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like a Hulk 181. And maybe I'll swirl it or something. You know what I mean? Like something. I mean, there's got to be some sort of clue, but I've got a bunch of them. I did a couple different ones.
I think that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Me and Lee have I don't want to say. We have a couple things, we have a couple plans. Games or just skit things we're doing, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it.
That's a good enough description.
Did you work last night, Tyler?
Nope, I did not.
Oh, you were off. Okay.
I was. We ran out of parts. We're having trouble with parts lately.
He was off searching for a new mask.
It's not me.
I know. I'm giving you a hard time.
Has Jonathan been on here yet?
On here? No. Okay. But yeah, I'm excited. I picked up about 6 books for auction for the night. Bunch of blank covers. I got my sketch cards in, so hopefully it will go very smoothly. I got a box from Digger Jim that's got some amazing books in it that are going to be auctioned off. I didn't open it yet. He sent pictures, and I was like, I'm just going to show that night.
Right on. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it will be. Even Princess of Comic Games is selling books, and I know that Nerdy Girl Comics is going to get on and auction off something or some things. Who knows what? Hopefully, it'll be a Detective 27, and I can get it.
That's going to be costly.
Yeah. I might
Maybe it'll be a cable
empty.
Detective 27.
I might would empty my bank account for it. Don't tell my wife, but
We won't have to because shortly after that, she won't be your wife anymore, I'm sure.
this is true.
No, they'll still be married. They'll just be homeless.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. But I think I am. If everybody's a good stopping point, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. She stuck her head in twice and said, "You know how it is," and I'm like, "Yeah." So I don't want to make her mad, but she knows this is my Saturday gig, so it just has to be more frequent.
What was yours, Remy? Did you finish?
No, I actually didn't get to really start it up again. I worked on a hand. It's my Knicks Kicks deal.
Ooh, that's
Well,
sweet.
Hold
there
on.
you go.
Let me
I
let
was
me
working on the hands.
keep that. I'm gonna pull you up big screen because my eyes are horrible and I can't see it. Oh, cool.
Oh.
That's awesome.
I was thinking about drawing my own rendition of Nick's logo and then selling it to him for an unforgivable amount of money.
There you go. There's his response.
There we go.
Well, guys, you have anything else you want to say before we cut stream?
Yeah, who's doing the next stream? Let's keep this rolling.
Yep.
Tyler, you gonna start something?
Where's Chet?
He was
No, you start it. You do it. You do it, Remy. Or
All right.
Nick. Nick just got StreamYard.
Nobody else. Sounds like something Austin would do.
Look at
There
that.
it is.
Damn
He
it.
just still crying himself to sleep over that.
Was Remy gone during that?
Yeah, I missed it. I got a phone call.
And I think Mark was saying he fell asleep like 5 minutes before I put it up for auction, too.
Oh, would he have bid on it?
Yeah, I think he was trying to stay up until because I initially wasn't going to put it up unless we reached a certain amount of people in the chat. And then towards the end of the night, I was just like, let's do it. That's a beautiful, that's priceless piece.
That
there.
one's triple signed, though. This one's only single signed.
I mean, I don't know how many certificates of authenticity you have, but I have 2.
Yeah, I have 0.
No, you've got one behind the logo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll grab that.
Yeah,
You may
I
have
got
to
a
blur
phone
it
call.
out,
I
though.
waited all night for that damn book.
may not
I was
be
like, just in
appropriate for
case
this
it goes
channel.
up.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, I waited all night and I got a phone call right, I guess, as that happened. And then I got an earful about how I don't know how to read.
I have to check that out. Scott gets his hands on some incredible stuff.
Oh, nice.
Just love how all of his not Scott, but the person that Remy was referring to, all of his videos, he has that sign behind him, and apparently nobody ever takes the time to read it.
Because you can't. People who read comics can't.
That's right. We must be aloof or something too, because I forgot about that.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, it's not that we don't, we can't.
Yeah.
that is going to do it for this episode of Art with the Professor. Thank you to Remy and Tyler and Austin and Ignacio for all dropping in and live. Thank you to everybody that's been in the chat. Don't forget, next time we have Comics Cure Cancer. And I guess I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. I told this to the Burke family, but I'll let you guys in the chat know that I'm teaming up with that Spider-Man booth. They are doing a special code for the Comics Curing Cancer. It's actually live now, and if you go into the store and purchase, I'll go ahead and put this in the chat so that everybody can see it and know what I'm saying. Let's see here. If you put this in coupon code, then you can get $10 off of your purchase on the Spider-Man booth. And what they're doing is every dollar that you spend up to $2,000, they will match that and donate it to the fundraiser. So right there, that's a good start at getting my beard shaved off. But JP didn't know that when I was talking to him, and he thought it was hilarious when he found out. So that is there. We've got some awesome artists lined up. All three of these gentlemen will be there and doing something in some capacity. And come get yourself some nice art, some nice books, and just have a fun time. And let's do this right. Also, if you have anybody in your family or you have a friend that has passed from cancer, I'm putting together a tribute video to those people. If you would like to be a part of that tribute video, message me on Instagram at Cardboard Crazies Comics. I'd be happy to get your person in the tribute video, and we'll play that throughout the night and throughout the stream. But other than that, we have Reggie Collects coming up on Let's Talk About It Tuesday night this week. Special time, 7 o'clock p.m. Instead of Wednesday, it'll be on Remy Q's channel. Monday night, we have Between the Lines with Geek Out with Roscoe and myself. Be on Geek Out with Roscoe's channel. And we have this week Mr. Free Key Louie. So it will definitely be a flex. Gentlemen, do you have anything coming up on your channel that you want to plug real quick?
We've got daily content at Whack Comics. It's only things that help the community with their comic books. And we have, I just got 4 pieces of original art in today. So I just unboxed those. One of them was that one you already saw, but I got 3 other pieces in. So that video is coming up. We're doing a couple more things with our clothes off to try to get more subscribers. And that's about it.
And you got another one that should be in 2 weeks now that everything's cleared up.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait to get that one.
Look, this was my first time ever submitting any of my own original stuff to CGC. Or not to CGC, but for grading, period. And it has been an experience. Luckily, Tony over at EGS is an amazing person. He spent a good 5 minutes with me, talking me through the process and helping me get my paperwork right. So I'm happy to finally be getting stuff back. So it's out of my hands and into the rightful owner. And I'm excited for Tyler to get it because I did something special for him.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it in person.
Well, thank you again for everybody that's been on, everybody watching. It's been another episode of Art with. We'll be back next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel. Crazy channel. Be a blessing to somebody today. Most importantly, I hope you're blessed. Have a good rest of the day, everybody.